he's not the same quarterback. And
he's 45, by the way.
Yeah,
he's 40 freaking 5. Like what are you doing playing football at 45?
It's not the money. It's not the money. You don't need it. I mean, seriously.
He's trying to make the rules look bad of how to take down a quarterback.
Fox just gave him almost $500,000. I mean, I'm sorry. I have $500 million to be an analyst, and he's never done it before. He's never even tried to do it before. You see all these contracts that these guys are getting. Buck and Aikman, they get something from Amazon now and ESPN. They're like splitting doses over there. I think Aikman's making like $35 million a year as an analyst or something like that. And Buck is
Kirk Herbstreit too over there.
Herbstreit too is making a lot of money. I mean, these guys are making ridiculous money talking sports. I mean, it's a great deal. It's a good, and it's all because of Tony Romo. Tony Romo become a superstar analyst, and now everybody wants Tony Romo money. It's unbelievable, man. It really is.
Tony Romo came up from Tony Ono to big money.
I never heard that before.
Tony took a dig at himself. The first game he broadcasted. He said, "I wish I could have been there."
I always heard Tony Homo, not Omo. That's what I've heard. Ono. But I never no. That's pretty good. I like that. Tony Ono.
Tony Ono. Tony Ono.
Played.
Yep. Tony Ono. The instant reaction to when he botched a snap in the playoffs.
Man.
And since then, they haven't had the quarterbacks hold. Now the punters get to hold because of that, because nobody trusts him because of Tony Romo.
Exactly.
Last question for me, and I know you're busy, and I know you had a long day. And I know you want to go home, or you are home. You want to go to sleep and just relax and get ready for work tomorrow. We
got to catch Game of Thrones. We didn't watch it on Sunday.
I watched it.
Don't say anything.
I'm not saying anything.
On DVR.
I'm not saying anything. Crazy ending. I can't wait until season 2. I can't wait because it's crazy. But anyways, we'll talk about it off air. I'll tell you what. We'll talk about it. It's crazy. I love game. You know what's so funny? Before I ask you the last question, I didn't watch all the Game of Thrones series until like 4 or 5 years later when it was done.
Yeah, same here. Best thing ever.
Yes, because I don't want to wait. I hate waiting. You know what I mean? And now because I'm so addicted to it, now that this started, I'm watching every single week, and I'm like, what's going to happen? I got to wait until this week because I got so addicted to it. And this season, I think it's just it's a much better story, I think. And I think it's going to get better in the second season. I really do.
Yeah.
But
I just hope they don't do like 3 or 4. I want like 6, 7, 8, 9. Like immerse me in the story, like the first Game of Thrones. House of Dragons, I hope they have like 7, 8, 9. I want to get all the way in.
Well, what they're going to do is John what's his name again?
Snow?
It's Jon Snow. They're making a show, a series for Jon Snow after Game of Thrones. So they're doing this, and then they're making something with Jon Snow after the Game of Thrones. So they're going to make this, a franchise, and it's going to be fun to watch, and I'm looking forward to it. I really am. But my last question to you is, if there is a piece of the game that you can change right now, if you were running the NFL right now, you were the commissioner of the NFL right now, and by the way, we are talking to ex-NFL player, Ravens, Falcons, All-Pro fullback, Ovie Mughelli. If you can change the game in any kind of way, what would you do?
It's a great freaking question, man. I want to selfishly, just say pay the fullback. That's too easy. if I could change the game right now, oh wow. I would.
Threw you a curveball.
All right. Well, the not so easy thing, but what I would love to see is just more African American coaches. I feel like there are so many African American players that play the game, play it well, have the mind to coach, want to coach, and this darn Rooney Rule is not working. And there are more qualified guys than what we see, but it's just the good old boys club. Like there's so many crappy coaches that you'll see whenever there's an opening. Oh, let's throw that coach in. Let's throw that coach in. He's had 4 chances and he's messed it up every single time. Give one of these coordinators or these position coaches a chance to be an OC or be a head coach. So I would just love like we have like what 2, 3, 4. Just give us 25%. Just give black coaches a chance. Because I say that because one of my favorite coaches, Coach Jim Caldwell, he got ran out of Detroit when he was doing well, and his replacement did worse than him, and everyone kept on giving him chances. And again, Jim Caldwell coached me in Wake Forest University, which is doing amazing, by the way.
Yes,
Top 10, go Deeks. Handling business, almost took Clemson out in double overtime.
I was so mad at that. I wanted them to win so badly.
Yeah, so Jim Caldwell is my guy. That's my dude. I've seen him, when he was a NFL coach, and I've seen him afterwards. And I always say, you should be coaching right now. You're better than a dozen of these coaches coaching right now. And because some of these owners are just like, let's just recycle who we have.
Right.
It's taken away from the league. I think it's taken away from the game, and it's doing a disservice to the fans.
Look what Miami did.
Best coach.
Look what Miami did. Look what they did.
Yeah,
horrible,
absolutely. So
horrible what they did.
I'd love to see more coaches of color.
Good question. Good answer.
My last question is about your other quarterback that you played with in Baltimore, Steve McNair. Very sad what happened to him.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Do you have a good Steve McNair story?
I have the best Steve McNair story,
Nice.
at least for me, man. And I remember it was such a solid hug. It was so, it means so much more now, especially. But we went back to Tennessee, and they had just said, "Steve, you're too old. We don't want you. You're not good enough." I don't know what quarterback they chose instead of Steve.
I think Kerry Collins at the time.
Yeah, there you go. So Steve ended up coming in 2006. My last year with the Ravens, he came to Baltimore, and we were like, he's better than Kyle Bowler, and he was much better than Kyle Bowler. Kyle Bowler was terrible. But Steve McNair was a guy who was a veteran, was a leader, and brought all the things that Kyle Bowler didn't bring to our offense, like consistency and, and accuracy. And he had that fire, and we trusted him. We believed in him. Our game still was Jamal Lewis and myself. We were running the damn ball, doing our thing, but Jamal's hands weren't great. And I spent time on the jugs like a crazy person because it was my contract year, and I wanted to show them that I didn't just have good hands. I had great hands. I had the best hands of any fullback in the league. And so I had this thing called perfect plays. In practice, I don't think I dropped maybe one ball in practice, or maybe 2 or 3, but like all season. Like I was so just dialed in. So Steve's like, I see a fullback. Whenever I'm scrambling, if it's you or Jamal, I'm throwing it to you. If I see you open, I'm going to throw it to you. And I'm going to keep on throwing it to you until you drop one. So I don't think I dropped one in the game. But anyways, we went to Tennessee, and we were down 2 or 3 touchdowns, and we were really upset because we wanted to win it for Steve. So Steve had a great speech. Ray Lewis, gave a great speech. We were all rah, rah, rah. And let's go back and win this for Steve. Like, let's let him, get a W at the place that didn't respect him and didn't, show him love. So the third quarter, like one of the first big drives, we're trying to come back, and it's like we're midfield, simple play. I'm running 5 yards and to the left for an out, and I guess Derek Mason's not open and Mark Clayton's not open, and he looks dead at me. And he ends up pointing me like where he wanted me to go. I stopped. I ran 5 yards and out, and I stopped. And he said he ended up pointing to me. I was like, oh crap, he gonna throw the ball to me. So he throws it to me. It's just like 5 yards. And so I just turn, and 2 linebackers try to get me. Like one knocks the other one off me. I break a tackle. I break one more tackle, and I'm just like running. I feel like either my head's back or my eyes are closed. And I'm running. And I see the end zone. I just ran like 35 yards and scored a touchdown, and it was my first touchdown ever. And so I have this like really lame like jump. I go, yeah, and then I fist bump in the air. But like Steve's running down to me, and he grabs me. He's like, he's such a big man, bear hug. He's like, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, that's what the F I'm talking about. I said, I got you, Steve. We're gonna win this damn game. We're gonna win this damn game. And so the next thing happens, we just got on it was a little spark, and the defense got an interception, there's a turnover, and we ended up beating the Titans. And we wanted to lift Steve up, and we were in the locker room going crazy. And Steve came to me, and he was like, hey man, you started that off. you started that streak, man. I appreciate you." And I was like, "No, dude, I appreciate you." And it was, man, I feel kind of even right now talking about it because he just was such a solid guy, such a great human being, and such an amazing soul, amazing spirit, and a gifted athlete. So I love that story because, it was something that I always remember, and I was able to give Steve something that he really wanted. He said, it didn't matter, left or right, I just want to win for the team. But he wanted to show them that
they made a mistake.
Yeah. And I'm a damn good quarterback, and he is, and he was, and I love him for that.
Oh, I found the game. It was 2006, November 12th, 2006.
I probably exaggerated. Well, I don't know, 36-yard touchdown. It could have been like a 20-yard touchdown.
It was labeled. This is according to StatMuse as a 30-yard touchdown.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
I was close. 30-something.
Yeah, 30. You guys were down 26-7 in that game.
Wow.
In the second quarter. Your touchdown made it 26-14, and then it was just a spark in the second half after that.
Yep, there you go. Not the third quarter, second quarter. I was off a little bit, but you got to exaggerate for the movie.
It's still a great story. It really is.
Yeah,
awesome. Ovie, you're awesome, man, and we'll get you on very, very soon. A lot quicker than we've had you, but fantastic stories. You're a fantastic person. Keep up the good work. Say hello to the family. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon, man.
Sounds good, man.